I became first exposed to a career really in Parks and Recreation and Association Management early on in my tenure here in Illinois. I started as an attorney with the Illinois Reference Bureau, and there was a job open for somebody to direct the governmental services of the Illinois Association of Park Districts, and I interviewed for that, and I got the job. And the rest is, as they say, history, because I've been doing this for almost 44 years. What started as a job turned into a career, and now is just a passion. I'm so blessed to be in the field of Parks and Recreation and to be with the Illinois Association of Park Districts. My interest in the outdoors was really formed early on in my life by my parents. You know, you think in your life, who are your mentors? And I think of my father and my mother as really exposing us as a family to outdoor experiences. We camped, we traveled in the family station wagon. Back then there was no such thing as a minivan, so you jumped into the station wagon. We went to many of the national parks in the country and camped along the way. And so that really created a love of the outdoors. Also, I got involved in scouting as a very young person, I think at the age of 8, and stayed with it until I became an Eagle Scout. And that was just a wonderful experience that, you know, reinforced the love of the outdoors. What I consider one of the greatest career accomplishments that I have is really finding a funding source for the state to give to local governments for the development of the recreational infrastructure of the state of Illinois. So it's the OSLAD Fund. I started out really in the early 80s looking for some source. And if you're an advocate for parks and recreation or, you know, nature, you're going to be told a lot, hey, there's no money for that. Hey, sorry, Peter, there's no money out of the general revenue for that. You're going to have to find it somewhere else. So the beautiful thing about that story is that for a number of years, I sought some, you know, solutions, and finally joined with Representative Terry Stetzo, and he introduced legislation for the real estate transfer tax to fund the Open Space Lands Acquisition and Development Act and Fund. And what it's grown into is just an amazing, amazing program for the investment in recreation in the state of Illinois and really uplifting the quality of life in communities across the entire state. So to date, the state of Illinois has granted out over $617 million. And the grant program requires at least a 50% match. And so we've done the numbers, and we know that the grant is not only matched, you know, at 100%, but 1.75%. So what that means is that since the beginning of this program, $1.5 billion has been invested into the recreational infrastructure in the outdoors. And it's just a fabulous story. And I'm excited to tell it because it shows you that a small idea can, over time, yield magnificent results. I think when you have a program that has initials that spell out the name of the program and everybody knows what OSLAD is, I think you've done a good job in branding the program and really demonstrating what value it brings to local communities. It's a fantastic program. Well, the other thing that we did was we created the Youth License Plate Program. So that was something in 1991 that we worked on. At a time when specialty plates weren't very popular with the Illinois State Police, we were able to get a youth plate. It's a plate that you see in Illinois with a kite on it. And $25 from every registration on an annual basis goes into a fund at the Secretary of State's office. And that fund then is paid out and administered through the Illinois Association of Park Districts. And what we've used it for is to encourage, as seed money, after-school programs for youth. So everybody's into their electronic device these days. What can we do to help youth experience the outdoors What can we do to help youth understand what the importance of nutrition is and the importance of, healthy lifestyle habits? And those programs exist throughout the state of Illinois, primarily because of the license plate program and the great work that local park districts are doing. We keep track of how many children it's helped, and since the inception, it's helped over 60,000 children, in those programs. So I'm very proud of that as well. I think one of the things that is consistent in my career is that I've had the opportunity to meet locally elected park board members. And they all have a passion for their community, and it's a wide variety of different personalities. And it depends where you are in the state of Illinois as to, are they governance bodies, or are they actually out there cutting grass? Because in deep southern Illinois, park boards do it all. And so the dichotomy in a state like Illinois is tremendous, between the northern part of the state and the southern part of the state and everything in between. I think I've had a career that's sped by because every year is different and the things that we pursue are different. Organizationally, I mentioned a couple of highlights, but there's so many other things that we do with the development of publications and the work on good governance and leadership that we do organizationally. So I just would encourage anybody that wants to have a really fantastic work-life balance to be involved in public parks and recreation. I think I had mentioned before, it's a great career, and as an association that represents park districts and forest reserves and conservation districts and their governing bodies, it's been my great blessing to be able to come by this field accidentally and have it blossom into just a fantastic career that I'm very passionate about.